Chris Holder here from Alchemedia. I'm here with Virender Rana, and he's the head of business for air solutions at LG. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to catch up with Virender and just learn a little bit more about what's going on in your world. So just to kick things off, can you describe the market, the Australian market, and maybe how it compares and fits into the Asia-Pac market?
Australia is one of the top HVAC markets globally, and it's a strong market in terms the market penetration is concerned, the way consumers understand the market itself in Australia.
Yep.
And we see Australia as a bigger market for LG because of late we have not seen much inroads from LG into this HVAC market. So what we think is there is a greater way and improved way we can do a lot better in Australian market, HVAC market. And our CEO, global CEO, William Cho, has set a very strong direction for us. How do we grow in Australian market, where we should be in Australian market.
Sure.
And he's supporting us in terms of our headcount investments, increasing our manpower, say 30-40%.
Oh gosh, okay.
And improving our PRM,
Yes.
improving our profitability. So his focus is too much into Australian market. So we are in line with that direction of our global CEO.
Yeah, so William Cho, he's got a history in Australia, is that correct?
He worked as a MD, Managing Director for LG Electronics Australia for a brief period of 2-3 years.
Right.
And he could sense that there is a huge potential in HVAC market here.
Yep.
But for some reasons, we don't grow that well in here. So
Gotcha.
once when he became the global CEO, he set the direction for us.
Sure.
Because he knew where we are lacking and why we are lacking, and he gave us that direction to reinvent ourselves. So that's the term he used, reinvent yourself.
Right.
So that's where the whole LG Electronics is working towards, reinventing where we are now.
Gotcha.
And we know where we should be in next 3-4 years, working on this direction.
So reinvent is a pretty strong word.
Yep.
It's not an incremental progression. It's a very strong generational change that we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay, so could you unpack that, I guess, what does that mean?
So when we say reinvent, as I said, William Cho's direction is that globally LG air conditioning and B2B in particular should be doing way better it's doing now. For that to happen, we have hired almost 200 employees globally in terms of air conditioning for LG Electronics. And out of that, 100 odd or 110 odd is within Asia and Oceania. And Australia is no exception to that. So when he says it, he walks the talk. He's not only saying it. So reinventing means we want to reinvent the way the market perceives us in terms of people, in terms of PRM, in terms of our competitiveness.
Yep.
And how do we redefine ourselves as a top tier brand in the market. It's a work in progress, but I think with the right tools in place, we are going to be there.
So that's a massive investment. You're talking about dozens of new sales, engineer staff.
It's there.
And so talk to me about what that means exactly for Australia. Like, where are these people? What are they doing?
Yeah, so we primarily divide Australian HVAC market into a dealer market and a commercial market for us. So commercially, we have always been very strong. We have been doing well within our space. And dealer market was mainly price driven or a bit more, I would say, how much more competitive we can be versus that brand, this brand, in terms of pricing. But commercially, it was more about solutions, how better we provide the solutions to our customers.
Right.
So we have invested both in terms of commercial headcount, in terms of dealer headcount. But dealer headcount, we may not be very competitive at the moment, but we cannot ignore it. But we are investing in terms of bringing new PRM, investing in people in dealer network. But when it comes to commercial, we have the product, which is very competitive. Our customers are happy using that product. And what we need is the right people to approach those customers, and which we have right now. So we have hired a whole lot of new sales engineers on top of our existing manpower. We are investing a lot in our pre-sales, which is the backbone for commercial business, going and see the the consultants, the mechanical contractors, the mechanical engineers, the developers, the builders. So we want to tick every box in this value chain of commercial business. So that's how we divide dealer network and commercial network for us in LG
Gotcha.
Australia.
So even though you've traditionally been very strong in that commercial side, you're investing, you're doubling down, as it were.
Yeah.
You're really trying to gain an ascendancy in the market in that commercial sector. Like what, apart from investing in people, can you describe any other unique sort of selling points that LG has in that commercial division?
Chris, how boring it sounds, but still the selling process hasn't changed over the last 40, 50 years. It's still the 4 Ps: pricing, promotion, people, and the place, and how we do it. So in commercial sector, we have always been very strong in terms of product. We always had a competitive product. We were very competitive in terms of pricing. Not that commercial business is driven by pricing, but it was the point as well to discuss. But we were always looking for the right people to sell that product and solution to the customer. So in terms of that, yes, we are there with the right product, with the right team in place, and the right I would say promotion in place. So we are there. But in terms of a dealer, it's a different ball game again. So we need to be more proactive, and in terms of the imminent challenges we think we may face from Chinese brands in the coming months, in the years, with the geopolitical issues happening around the world and the tariff sanctions by Trump. So we think that we need to be more proactive in countering that part of the dealer world. But yes, we are ready for that. We are ready for that challenge.
Sure. LG's not a new player in the air conditioning market. You've been around for years.
Yeah.
But is there any, when you talk about reinvention, are you attempting to, I guess, reinvigorate or respond to maybe previous impressions about LG's offering? Is there anything there that you want to talk to?
That's true. So there was a time when we were doing pretty well, say 20 years back in the Australian market. We were kind of top tier brand in the market, and then we had certain issues, which is external as well as internal, and we lost that market share for us within Australia. So that's where I think our global CEO's direction is that we have to reinvent ourselves, because we were already there. We have a brand. So when we talk about LG as a brand, the brand equity is top notch. Every house to LG air conditioners, so there is a gap in the perception gap. So with the new team in place, with the whole structure in place, we are here to build that and bridge that perception gap, where customers don't see us as same as the consumer electronics of LG. So we want to tell them that yes, we are here with the right product, we are here with the right service, we are competitive enough to meet the demands, and we have our localized product lineup, which we can meet and live up to your expectations. But having said that, it's not going to be an easy cake or easy walk. We know that customers work on their perceptions and they have a good memory. So it's a work in progress, but as long as we go there and tell them what we are doing, what we are capable of, what we have brought on the plate, it can be tough, but it's doable. And that's where I think the buck stops with me and my team, how we rebuild and reposition ourselves.
That's a really good answer. And I guess if you had to look down the lens, as it were, and say to those consumers or to say to those partners, what would you say to them to reassure them or to change their mind?
As we say that we are back, right? So we are back from where we started. But yes, as I said, it's not going to be easy, a bed of roses for us. We need to see what's hurting the customers, what hurt them in the past. And to be true, we already know it. And that's the reason why we are bringing in the new improved product lineup at that competitive pricing. And with the post-sales, we are improving on our after-sales service support as well, which was one of the key areas for our customers. We are improving a lot on our after-sales and how we are seen as after-sales service. Generally speaking, after-sales or the post-sales is usually the neglected part of the business. People don't pay much to it. But in air conditioning world, in the HVAC world, it's all mechanical equipment. It's bound to best we approach, how best we respond to those issues. That's what defines us, and that's what separates from an average company to a good company. So our local management, our MD, has put a lot of emphasis on improving our post sales. So these are the tick boxes which we are trying to fill in.
Sure.
And yes, we want to remain humble and not want to go over the board right away.
Sure.
We want to go slow and steady and tick those boxes one by one. Chris.
Sure. Will you be starting incrementally in Melbourne and Sydney and rolling out, or are you already developed a network across Australia?
Yes, we implemented this strategy pan Australia. So there's nothing like we are starting with New South Wales and then we go to Queensland. So we have hired people nationally, and we aim to grow nationally. But yes, there can be some region-specific strategies. What we want to do in Queensland is not applicable in New South Wales, and same for Victoria. So we go region-wise strategies, but our goal is to grow nationally, and that's why we have completed headcount in each and every part of Australia at the moment as we speak.
Great. In this growth and reinvention phase, Virender, are you looking to expand your range and your portfolio of product?
It has to be, Chris. Certainly, yes. So traditionally, we have been selling into dealer segment and commercial segment. We think that we are strong enough in the commercial segment, and dealer segment we have to improve and rebrand ourselves as a premium brand. But if we have to reinvent ourselves and make ourselves a complete HVAC solution provider in Australia, we are looking into segments like air-to-water heat pump systems.
Okay.
We are looking into direct expansion AHUs. We are looking into the chiller market with inverter scroll chillers. And the good thing is we got the products in the market. It's not that we sense the market and we don't have the product. We have both the things. It's right. It's up to us now how soon we want to do it. So we are just trying to meet the right channel partners for us to market those products in the market. And when we hire people, when we hire new people, we hire these people looking into this. Are they capable enough to sell more than the traditional air conditioners which we have been selling? Can they sell AHUs? Can they sell chillers? Can they sell air-to-water heat pump systems? So yes, when we want to reinvent, we want to reinvent with all these organic growth projects as well.
LG Electronics is a huge company with a huge portfolio. How can you benefit from that as head of air conditioning in Australia? Is there ways in which you can leverage that?
Yes, Chris. I think that's a good question. Because, if you see around the world, so LG is one of the few selected conglomerates where we not only sell appliances, but we sell air conditioning, we sell vehicle components, we sell the components as well. So when we talk about a project, a commercial domain, we can or even a residential project, up in the market. So we can go to a developer, we can go to a builder, and we not only offer air conditioning, we can offer them appliances, we can offer them the cooking range, we can offer them the home automation system. So effectively, LG, if we really want to position ourselves into the market, we can position ourselves as a one-stop solution, and the customer can go and trust this brand, because LG, as I said, has a huge brand equity, and who wouldn't want an LG appliance in their home or in their commercial project? So yes, we can talk about that. We have that in our mind, and that's the cross sales area where our management wants us to go into B2B to C kind of domain, and as and when an opportunity presents, we definitely will give it a go for this one.
Yeah, you're definitely uniquely placed.
Yep, 100%.
Pretty much, aren't you?
Yep.
Can't think of another provider that can do something in that same way.
Yep.
And when you're talking to consultants, do you find that you're fielding questions increasingly about building management systems and how your product integrates into smart buildings?
True. So BMS is one of the major sought after area when it comes to the consulting world and the building world. And LG, as I said, with its electronics DNA, we always support such kind of combinations, opening our products with a third-party control system. So we are always a step ahead and very proactive in terms of resolving those issues. So connecting ourselves with a third-party BMS, with our protocols, we are certainly there with this kind of products and solutions with us.
Look a little bit over the horizon now. I know that LG is always innovating. Could you just give us a little sense of where the future might lay for air conditioning? Obviously, AI is a buzzword.
Yeah.
Are you incorporating AI into future products?
True, Chris. That's a good question because AI and DX, the direct customer experience, is something which we are really looking very strong and we want to foray into. So when it comes to commercial part of the world, we got our multi-V product, which is the flag bearer for us in commercial world.
Right.
So we are coming up with a product called multi-V I, which we in fact have already launched in Europe and US markets and other parts of Asia, and will soon be launching in Australia in, say, next quarter. So multi-V I stands for intelligence, innovative, and interactive, the 3 I's. It's a smart way of sensing the environment, the indoor comfort, the cooling levels, the energy efficiencies, when to start, when to stop, in terms of service and commissioning. So it's all about how smart and intelligent we have become with our commercial domain. So we are not limiting our artificial intelligence to a commercial world, but we are also going to launch a RAC unit, which is split unit, with the same technology of AI into our dealer market, for our dealer market or B2C market. On top of it, we are expanding our lineup into dehumidifiers, into the air purifiers as well. So all in all, we want to be a complete HVAC company known to sell premium and sophisticated brands in the market, or product in the market.
Am I right in thinking that the VRF range also has some new anti-corrosion features?
Oh, that's true, Chris. I'm glad you said that. For VRF, we do have a fin which is called black fin, so which is especially treated for the corrosive environments, especially when we sell it to the high humid and high salt conditions air, where in any normal circumstances you will have to coat it additionally, and that costs you a bomb. Whereas LG, in terms of its single split units as well as VRF units, we come up with that black fin, which saves an additional cost to the customer, and longevity of the unit is further improved by our patented black fin technology.
That's great for the harsh Australian environment, isn't it?
Yes, 100%, 100%. Yeah. Especially in the coastal areas and the beach areas, where in the high-rise apartments up in Queensland, these fins are best suited for that environment.